But I got to share with you, and I haven't really processed everything that has occurred. When I heard the first shots, and I turned around and I saw an active shooter right in our lobby, what happens to your brain? What happens to your persona? What happens to you? What do you decide at that moment? Do you run towards it? Who do you say first? Yourself? The others? Your instincts, your reflexes kick in. And if you grow up with Hasidus, if you grow up with Rebbe, I call it Rebbe mode. You make an instant decision. You're not going to crawl in a corner and hide, but you're going to stand up. You're going to save every single kinder that you need to save. This afternoon I was sitting with my son, Rabbi Mendel, and we had a few hours together finally to relive and talk about what exactly happened. And he asked me a question. He says, why did you run back into the shul? I didn't understand. You're running into fire. But we have no idea what was going on there. But after I brought all the kids outside, your instinct, your reflexes, you're the shliach of the Rebbe. You're responsible for every single year that's there. This is the Rebbe mode. You dive into it. And Baruch Hashem, by the time I came there, the shooter was already gone. And it was just a matter of getting the policemen, paramedics there. It's one of the most frustrating parts were that people who had cell phones trying to get through couldn't get through. I got into the office with my bloody fingers and I dialed 911. All circuits are busy. Dialed again, at least 5 times. That was so frustrating. Lori's laying on the floor. Who knows how many injuries there are, and I couldn't get through to 911. This is 2019. 911 from a landline wasn't working. I finally got through, and the operator says, hold on, and I'm going sugar. I need help. And Baruch Hashem, I saw an officer, the first officer to arrive on this site. As soon as that happened, I made that definitive decision. This is your defining moment as a chassid, as a shliach. I did not get my hands taken care of. My finger was dangling. I grabbed a chair. I ran outside to where my members were cuddling and huddling away. And I gave that firing speech, which I didn't even remember what I said. I remember the Am Yisroel Chai. I remember saying, Chevre, I felt like I was in a war zone. And here I had all these people are hurt, are shattered. But it seemed to be, it's what was needed at that very moment. So I've been through all these interviews. One of the anchors, one of the big networks says, Rabbi, I have been to every mass shooter. And I got to ask you a question. This is the first mass shooting that a victim was able to land on his feet and be composed and tell the story to the world. It hasn't happened before. Rabbi, how did you do it? The interview was at my house, and I had a big picture of the Rebbe behind me. And I pointed to the Rebbe's picture. So that's how I did it.